So we all know that I have a ridiculous amount of books in my TBR, and I'm not very good at controlling my book buying habits either. So I was trying to come up with a way to sort of keep better track of my physical TBR with you guys, rather than just like the TBR challenge that I was doing where I reviewed every book that I read from my 2025 existing TBR. And I decided to do like a balancing my TBR. So I had 614 books on my physical TBR at the beginning of the month. Then I read The Merciless, which brought it down to 613. I didn't end up liking this, so I actually took the next 3 books off my physical TBR as well. So that brought me down to 610, which was fantastic. I was pretty proud of that. Knocked out 4 books really quickly. Then I subsequently bought 2 more books rather quickly, and that is Warrior Fae and Birkin Fae. These are the 2 of the boys from the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac Academy series, which is part of the whole Zodiac Academy world. I'm trying to collect these before they go out of print, so that's why I keep buying them so quickly. So that then brought my TBR back up to 612. Shortly after that, I finished Wild Love by Elsie Silver and Hunting Prince Dracula. This is the 3rd book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, so this brings it back down to 610 again. Then I bought this is technically a novella, but we're counting it as one whole thing. This is the Big ASS Party, which is also part of the Zodiac Academy series. Again, still trying to buy all of those. So that brings me back up to 611. And then for a reading vlog, I read all 4 of the Ali Hazelwood books that were still on my physical TBR. I have a video ranking all of these already if you want to see that. So I read Love Theoretically, Love Hypothesis, and Love on the Brain, and then Deep End. So this brought me down to 607 books on my physical TBR. Then I went on sort of like an impromptu bookstore trip. I actually was really good and I behaved, and I only got 1 book, but this was just it caught my attention. The cover is stunning. It's an indie published version. I don't know if it's been traditionally published since, but it's about this man who has a woman that he fell in love with that he couldn't be with. They ended up killing her in front of him. He realizes that he's a vampire and he can't die. Throughout his life, he keeps coming across her, so it's a find you in every lifetime trope. The most recent lifetime, he is a professor in Venice, Italy, and she comes back as a student of music. He doesn't recognize her because she is hiding who she is, because she has now come back as a witch whose destiny isn't to love him, but to kill him. And that just sounds so good. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist picking this up. So this brought my TBR back up to 608. Right after that, I finished Journey to the Center of the Earth. I finished this on audio, so that brought me back down to 607, and that is where I do believe we are going to stay for the day, at least.